up, everybody? Honk, honk, passengers. Welcome to the bus. Come and join us. We got some candy in the back seats. Tyler's doing something weird with his dick. We don't know what's going on back there. I'm just kidding, Tyler. This is a safe, happy bus for everybody. I am one of your hosts, Matt Austin, joined today by Mary Austin, my sister, Bailey Passaro, Passazizo. We don't know what her name is. And Tyler McCaffrey. Everybody's here. He's not touching his dick.
I'm doing a meat spin.
Okay.
Imagine what people think we're doing right now. Like, we're actually just sitting at a table.
That's why we don't have videos up yet. Because we haven't gotten it together yet. All of that was fake. Don't listen to any of that.
Fake news.
This is just a regular Miss the Bus weekly show, except it's not. Things are going to be a little bit different this week. First of all, we fired Omar and replaced him with Mary. Just kidding. That's a lie. Omar's in school. He's working hard to study good and get good grades. He'll be back next week. But before we get into the actual episode, if you like what we do, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and not Spotify, and that's okay. I'm coming to terms with that, and I'm gonna be okay.
Coping?
Yeah, I'm coping. It's tough. It's rough on me. But
tough and rough.
It's tough and rough. But you know what? We'll be fine.
The tug and rug.
The tug and rug. I haven't heard of that. What is that?
That's
What's the rug?
Absolutely nothing. You just made that up.
Put a rug? No, we won't get into that. As far as iTunes goes, though, if you listen to us on there, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to us. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. We would really appreciate that, and we read them out on the episode. And on social media, if you want to keep up with everything we do and where this bus is going to be from day to day, you can. I'm getting looks. We'll have a real bus one day. You can find us on social media at Miss the Bus Pod is our Twitter handle. Facebook. You just search Miss the Bus, and Instagram Miss the Bus Pod for all the crazy, beautiful things we do throughout the week, which I think is basically nothing. And a little bit of promotion, but mostly nothing. But so we're going to get into it now. Like I said, things are going to be a little bit different this week. And we're going to see how this goes. You know, maybe the show will be absolute, complete shit fire. And then we'll just close it down after that.
It's like the shit fires you throw at people's doors in the paper bag.
Do people do that?
People do
in a paper bag you light.
Oh, when you light your shit on fire
and put it in a paper bag and you throw it at a door, and that's how we get our name out there.
Like,
we write our name on the paper bag, throw it at the door.
We ride around.
Yes.
We light our shit on fire
in a paper bag.
Throw it.
That sounds like a song.
Bus.
Light our shit on fire.
No, like the whole thing that you just said.
Like a country song.
It sounded like a song. It's like
on a bus.
Right on.
Lit my shit on fire. Okay, whatever. As I said, though, this is the weekly show on Miss the Bus. We're not your premium source of video game, television, and movie news, but frick, dang it, we're going to try to be anyway, and we're going to go straight into our lead stories. These are the biggest things that happened this week in video games, television, and movie news, but we're going to start off with something stupid, and I think Mary found something truly disturbing and stupid.
Very disturbing.
To get us going this week. So, Mary, what on earth is going on with this?
So the headline of this article, Virginia man accused of rubbing produce on buttocks and putting it back on the shelves. So, basically, what we have here, y'all are not going to believe this man's name.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Wait.
Does it have to do with a butt?
No, it doesn't.
Dang.
Is it White Boy Rick?
No, it's not. I lost it. Hold on 1 second.
I'm disturbed already.
So it's his, you said bare ass, right?
His bare ass. He was pulling his pants
You think he went through the cheeks, or it's just like on the side of his butt?
Hopefully only the surface, but I don't know. I don't know.
No,
his name, Michael Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's weird.
And this article says it really puts the gross in grocery. So this is from the Huffington Post, by the way. A Virginia man is facing charges after he allegedly grabbed produce at a Manassas store. I guess that's some kind of chain. Pulled down his pants and rubbed the food items on his bare buttocks.
Oh my God.
The suspect then allegedly put the tainted produce back on the shelves.
Is that a taint joke?
Can't waste it.
And,
you can't waste it.
You put it under there.
Yeah, the food store employees called 911 about destruction of property.
They should.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
And they had, reportedly, they had to destroy several pallets of produce, presumably tainted by his bare hiney.
I'm glad they threw
Straight from the
every.
article.
I'm glad Huffington Post threw every single word.
And they're still looking for a motive, but they don't have it yet.
Does
I mean,
anything motivate that? Do you have a motive if you do this?
I don't
Or are you
know.
just sick? Some men just
It's-
like to watch the world burn. Am I right?
It's
Yeah.
clearly
You're not wrong.
It's clearly a fetish of sorts, or he just thinks it's funny. I'll
You
tell you
think?
what, it is funny, but
It's funny to read about, but then if you're the person that buys that
Yeah,
produce,
what if someone bought that tainted
You're
apple?
getting
Well, I was gonna
salmonella
say,
easily.
an apple. I feel like the apple
a
got.
taint apple.
The tainted.
At least with the apple, it probably did get rubbed on like his
Tainted. That's what I thought
his
it was.
buttocks cheek, right? But there's some foods, man, like lettuce. I don't know, that fits in places.
Oh, it can slide like a credit card.
I feel like he could have done his most damage there. And what's the name of this grocery store? I think it's just closed.
Manassas.
Dwayne
It's
the
just
Rock
closed.
Johnson.
You guys should just close down until you get it under control. Probably the whole city. I mean, if you're gonna do that there, you're not gonna go to Walmart and get them too.
I don't know. This may cause copycats. You never know.
Shit,
Might
you're
start
right.
seeing people rubbing stuff on their butts everywhere.
I really hope not.
Isn't that? It's almost like the world's being taken over by butt stories because aren't people like shitting in the streets of Chicago or something?
Oh yeah, they are. They have the
And so they have like
shit
a
patrol.
they have like a poo poo patrol kind of thing.
What the fuck?
So like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing because like they obviously it sucks. Like Chicago has a big like homeless population. Like it's bad, but
They just
people
shit
just shit on the streets.
streets?
So
Yeah.
now they have like a pooper scooper type patrol that goes around.
Wow.
So it's like you get poop in your grocery stores and then poop on the streets.
You
It's
walk out, you think
eventually
you're
you're not
safe.
going to be able to.
Can you imagine? Can you
It's
imagine going to this grocery
the
store? You pick up some
poop-pocalypse.
lettuce. You got poop on your. We need to stop talking about shit. But can you imagine? You just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm leaving, and then you going in the streets, and that's disgusting.
That grocery store really does need to like just close down because I feel like if I saw this story, I would never go to. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go there.
This
then.
place is
no
done.
more Manassas. Manassas.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
There's a lot of puns
Dang.
amongst the story.
I wonder if that's like the actual name of the store.
I can't.
That's crazy.
I can't believe this man is Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I know.
Is this definitely not like an April Fool's joke? And,
Look at it. They have his picture on here. Look at him.
Look at him.
Wow, he looks
In the
kind of
middle
proud
of
of himself
September?
in that picture.
Okay, well, so the moral of that story is stay away from Manassas and the
Manasses.
streets of Chicago, apparently. So I'm going to jump now into our big story in video games, which, boy, is it a big story. Boy, is it a huge monolith of a story. And that is because Kingdom Hearts 3 had a brand new trailer released 2 days ago. And more importantly, man, we finally got the box art for Kingdom Hearts 3. The box art that, might I say, me and probably every single other person in this world that knows what a good video game is has been waiting for like 12 years now. Maybe you. Okay, I think I was searching Kingdom Hearts 3 the second I finished Kingdom Hearts 2.
Me too.
But maybe we were sick, Tyler. Maybe that was a little too early. Maybe some people played the game. They were like, that was pretty good. 2 years later, whatever happened to Kingdom Hearts? When's the third one coming out?
It's
then
funny.
they search it. Then you don't know. You're gonna be waiting another 10 years.
The thing is, if they hadn't ended the game on like a like an after screen like cliffhanger with like the note or whatever.
You're home.
Well, you see, if the game just ended there,
Yeah.
I never would have Googled for Kingdom Hearts 3 ever, you know. But it's the fact that
Oh, you mean the
like,
the
there's always
the
an
actual
after-
ending?
There's always an after credit thing that like teases a whole bunch of other shit.
when
and
Mickey
it's
like fucking runs up to him on the beach and he's like, "Ha ha! Here's my bottle."
that's not even what happens. Mickey sends a
Oh,
bottle.
Mickey. Yeah, right.
No, we got off the poop.
We're not
jokes.
talking about poop anymore.
But yeah, no. I mean, I think that cover is
Yeah,
so
before we
perfect.
even talk about the trailer, I just want to talk about the box art for this for a little bit because my God, I think it is absolutely perfect. I don't really have an article to read off of for this because this is literally just this is there in front of us. You know what I mean? We finally have a cover for it. It includes all the main characters of the
every
series.
single important character throughout every game.
Tyler even pointed out that the Heartless on it is from the fucking
The mobile
the
hu-
mobile
the
game,
mobile
the
game.
Cross Chi or whatever it's called.
It's Union.
Union Cross.
Yeah.
Some fans we are, right? But like even that, it looks so cool where he's just like dangling the little star. Everybody just
Yeah.
being on the over to the right, and then just like the clock tower.
Number
13. And just the way the sky looks. I mean, this legit looks like we knew this is like it's not the last Kingdom Hearts game ever, but this is the end of this saga. Which, God damn it better be.
And the cover and the trailers make you feel like it too.
It
That this is the
definitely
culmination of all like the 16 years of like.
That's exactly what it is. That cover, that box art screams, this is it. This is the end. This is the culmination of,
Yeah.
of all of this. And just like, damn,
Oh,
they
man.
nailed it.
I'm like picturing it in my head right now, and it does. That
does.
like it looks very much like this is the end.
This is the end.
I'm realizing that right now. I'm sorry.
It is though, because and like I mean, all the box arts have been awesome for Kingdom Hearts games, right? But
they have.
They've all been great, and they're all done in that same kind of art style. Kind of fun fact: I didn't even know the director of the game. How do you say his name?
Tetsuya Nomura.
He drew the artwork is by him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's just like this is his creation, this is his baby, and it's just like to
Man,
be able to
he's really
design
talented.
the face of it. You know what I mean? It's just
I was like tearing up on the way to work the other day looking at this. Like I kept like I like
Angela, you don't understand.
like while I was driving.
Angela
just
thinks
don't
it's
get it.
ridiculous when they talk about it.
While I
but-
was driving, like I just kept looking at it, and I was like, I can't believe this is real.
I mean, the second it came out, I made it my phone background, and I was just like, never
Yeah.
looking back.
I mean,
well, I'll
it's-
look back at some point, but you know,
It's so perfect. It's funny because like I was always thinking like for this game like are people that haven't played all the games going to be able to play it? And like this cover pretty much shows like you should play all the games to fully understand. Like
should.
they're going all in on
they are.
like,
They've heard your complaints,
And they
people,
don't care.
that the story is convoluted and it's too hard to understand. You know what? They're like, fuck it, you're dumb if you don't get it.
Yeah.
We're just going all in on
I love
this.
it.
I love it too. Let's get into the trailer a little bit, right? So it gave us a little bit of a bigger look at the San Francisco. San Francisco. Big Hero 6 world. I liked how Sora calls them. What is it like? Keyblade Hero.
Keyblade Hero 3.
That's fucking
I
awesome.
love that. Yeah.
Everything in that world looks really good. I mean, I've been so impressed with the visuals of this game, like especially everything they've released lately, because you can already tell the graphics have improved a lot from even when they first announced development of it. But I mean, every time they show us a new world and they show us some of these characters, it's like that legitimately looks like the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the look on their faces and all the animations for it, it's just so spot on.
That's what I'm saying. Like none of it seems real.
It doesn't.
To me.
It still
It's
seems like
weird.
a weird fantasy fake thing,
Like
right?
something I would dream of in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like just think like I'm never getting this.
God.
Like
It's just like it's incredible, and so they spend a lot of the trailer showing you that, but then they also give us deeper looks into a lot of the other worlds that have already been announced. Seeing more in the Pirates of the Caribbean world was cool. Davy Jones, I think, looks great.
he looks incredible.
He looks incredible, and I think some of the other we're so impressed by the animated visuals, and it looks just like it. But at the end of the day, when you're taking something live action turning into a video game, like it's not going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
But dude, they nailed it.
I think they look good. Yeah,
Like
they look great.
Like my God, they look so good. Davy Jones looks great. The gameplay and all of that looks really cool.
it looks like it's getting more and more polished too.
It really does. Somebody posted on Twitter a picture of one of the parts of the end scene in 0.8. You know, when they're all in the
gummy ship.
In the gummy ship.
Yeah.
And then they posted a very similar screenshot from the trailer where he's got his, what's it called, his gummy phone.
That's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a new thing. They definitely hadn't said anything about that
No.
before, but it's kind of cool.
I guess it makes sense because when they're in the gummy ship, like you can talk to like Chip and Dale would pop up and say stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess there is a phone.
he
in
probably
the ship,
did always have
but
it.
they've never shown that before.
What
It's
a weird just detail that you never even
is
really
weird.
thought anything about. But they posted side by side of like that scene from the from that short game that came out. What was it, about 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
Year and a half, whatever. And then what they look like in the ship now, and there's so much more detail and color and everything in it.
Yeah.
So it just shows they've been doing a lot of work on this.
Even like in the trailer when he picks up the Keyblade on the beach or whatever,
Yeah.
that was the original thing they
That
showed
was like
in the very
announcement
first.
back in 2013,
Yeah,
2012,
and
whatever it was.
it looks completely different now,
Mhm.
like and completely changed because he's in a different outfit and everything
Yeah.
in that scene. So
God, it's looking so good.
I'll tell you what, too. The trailer talks a lot about bringing Roxas back. All these
They do.
trailers have talked about Roxas.
I wanted to
and
get
love
into that too. The cool part about this trailer, and we're used to it with the last 3 or 4 trailers now, is they show like some gameplay, some hype shit, and then they so badly
They show
cut
they
into
show Roxas at the end of
They
it.
do, yeah.
Yeah, like
but
for
they
like a
so
second.
they so badly about halfway through these trailers cut to the
Story
song,
shit. Oh yeah.
the song where it just sounds kind of weird. Like the trailers are not put together well. The shit they're showing, awesome.
I think the song is growing on me so much.
It's growing on me
I
too.
love it.
It is growing on me a lot, and I think it's gonna be perfect for this game.
Yeah.
But I will like the song from Kingdom Hearts 2, Sanctuary,
It's perfect, yeah.
it's I will just always have a place in my heart where I think that fits so well.
Two-
with the
And
music.
two
simple
has the
and
best-
clean.
Well, Simple and Clean is like the song of the series, and
It is,
nothing
yeah.
against that. But for some reason, for me, like the remixed version of that song is just seems weird. You know,
For
the ones
what?
like of Simple and Clean.
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
boom, psh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, ah, or whatever
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Like the way that game opens, I always, as a kid, was like, "This is kind of weird. What's going on
the
here?"
Kingdom Hearts 2 song is for sure the best, but I think
this is gonna fit.
But this song too is even. It feels like it's the last.
It does.
It feels like this is it. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's the way like. I feel like it's just weird because I have such a problem with the way they cut these trailers.
Yeah,
where
it
it cuts
is
to
weird.
it. So the beginning of the song, I'm always like, I don't know about this. But by the time it gets to the end of the trailer and it always ends on that same part of the song, where she's like, I don't want to know, no. Whatever. It's just like, yeah, this is good.
it's really good.
This is really, really good.
I think it's also it's one of those things where the trailer's probably better, like for people that speak Japanese, and it probably makes more sense.
That's the thing we didn't touch on either. I guess this trailer was only released with the Japanese audio, right?
That's
kind of weird too. Because what did this come from? Like, where did this leak out? Or not leak, but where?
I have no idea.
What's even going on right now?
I know they showed the teaser at this. Shit, I don't remember what it is.
Was it something in?
There was something going on. No, it wasn't for PAX. There was something going on for Japanese RPGs, like JRPGs.
Okay. I have to imagine because I think the way they detail this trailer is it's the extended look at Big Hero 6, so maybe this did still come out of that as well.
Yeah, because this trailer is almost 4 minutes. It's
a long trailer.
At the end of it too, they show Sora. I think you can summon the big like snow monster from Frozen. I think that's a thing. Because they show him at the end of it, like fighting with Sora. It looks like.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Huh. Which I didn't pick up on until someone like pointed out to me.
That's true. Damn. So many things still to come about this game.
Does it get delayed?
It doesn't.
You know,
I was thinking like, I watched this trailer at 6:30 in the morning. I literally woke up from work and I was like, oh shit, it's already out. And I turned it on and I was like, I didn't even notice at the time how long it was or anything. But in my mind, like when it ended and it shows the January 29th, 27th, 29th. So many games out there they were saying 25th. And I was like, man, fuck you. We all wish. But when it says that, and in my head for some reason, I'm just like, dang, they're still sticking to that, huh?
They are,
but
dude.
They are. I mean, they've gone all in now.
Well,
I mean, you got your pre-ordered fucking toy Soras now that you can get. So
if it was gonna be delayed, wouldn't they have announced that by now anyway?
I mean,
Like with
they
if
just announced the
like-
release date.
But I guess if they just dropped
know.
like a trailer for it, I feel like they would have announced it with that, right?
The only thing that makes me think maybe it could is because they haven't shown a ton of world. You know, there has to be like a couple more they haven't shown.
I keep thinking though, how many more worlds are there?
So far they have. I mean, we don't have to go crazy into this.
Well, no, I mean it's okay. We got a little more time
because
we
they have Tangled, they have Big Hero 6, they
Okay.
have Frozen, they have Toy Story, they have Monsters Inc., they have Olympus, they have Twilight Town,
say Pirates.
Pirates. Did I say Pirates?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So that's 8. But
That's
the other games have more than that for sure.
But how much more? Is it more like 10?
Probably.
Okay, I think there are still at least one.
Probably,
or two
and
more worlds.
if you count like
I gotta be honest. I think there was an interview with him at some point where he said he is gonna reveal all of the worlds before the game actually comes out, which I'm fine with, and I'm not gonna stay away from like seeing them if they come out. But I wouldn't be opposed to like leaving 2 of them as like just mysteries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm shocked like Moana hasn't been included or something like that.
Yeah,
or like
that could still be in there.
But they might not want to because Pirates is already very sea-worthy.
You're true.
You know? So I don't know. It's too hard to really predict.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, I wouldn't totally, like, it would have been too hard to stay away from all this news, but how cool would it be to boot up that game and just have no idea where you're going?
You know what, too? Destiny Islands is probably a world, too.
It's gotta be. Well, I mean, there's
because they
parts of the
show
game
them
that take
going
place in
back
it.
there,
Yeah.
so maybe that's why they wouldn't put Moana in, because Destiny Islands is a beach.
Oh, man. So little time until this game comes
It's
out.
crazy,
I
man.
cannot wait. Oh, man. I'm gonna lock myself in my room and just...
I'm probably going to take off work for a good, 4 days. Like, I want to.
They fucked me with this whole
With
a year
yeah,
of thinking it was
I
gonna come
know.
out in 2018. My sick ass had vacation days set aside, and then it was just like, nah, you get it next year, very beginning of the year. They're not gonna let you take off. That's okay though. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Obviously, we're really excited. This latest news was awesome. Hopefully, we get some more soon. But you know, just I can't wait. And Angelo, fuck you, man. I don't know if you've ever cared about anything before, but fuck you. All right, so that's what we got. The big thing that happened in video games this week. Next, we're gonna get into television. Which Tyler, what you got for us?
Do you want me to just run through it?
Yeah, and might I say, I didn't even know the fucking Emmys
I didn't
happened.
either.
Yeah, they literally just like.
Was it like
last
was it a
weekend.
surprise, like a pop-up Emmys?
No, it's just I think the Emmys is just not as big as the Oscars. You know what I mean? And with the Emmys too, there's so much shit. Like there's so many shows out that we're obviously not all caught up on, so it's hard to really be excited for something like that. When the Oscars come around, we've only seen like
We've
half
seen
of
most
it.
of
You
them,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's a little different.
Well, I'm kind of excited to hear your list because I have no idea what one.
Yeah,
at
I'm
all.
just going to read off some of the big winners. So for lead actor in a drama series, Matthew Rice from The Americans won because that show just recently wrapped up. Lead actress in a drama series was Claire Foy from The Crown. She's the woman that was in Insane.
I've heard that show's
as well.
really good.
Yeah, I have too. Peter
gonna watch
Dinklage
it.
won that supporting actor for Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Supporting actress was Thandie Newton.
It's so
Yes,
weird to
from
think that.
Westworld.
It's so
Yes.
weird to think that Game of Thrones. I know we already talked about this when we talked about the Emmys nominations, but it's just weird to think that Game of Thrones is winning anything right now because it seems like it's been so long
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
we've watched new Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But does this go for the last season or is it 2 before? Because the Emmys.
Could it be 2? I mean, it seems
I don't-
odd that
I
it's
don't
even
know.
the last one.
I don't know.
There's no way it's 2 before, right?
Because was Thandie Newton, was she really good in season 2 of Westworld?
Oh, we're talking about Westworld right now. My bad. We're talking about
Oh, I
Game
thought
of
I thought you were on Peter Dinklage.
Well, I jumped back.
That's okay. Okay, so yeah, it's got to be season 1, right? No.
Oh, she had
Does it
way
say
more
it?
of a
It doesn't say it on there.
presence in season 2.
Well, she did, but I didn't
No.
know they were doing awards for that yet. That just ended.
I guess so. Yeah, so it would be from the first season.
But the first season came out in 2016. That's just kind of weird, right? Keep going through it. I'm gonna look it up.
I could be wrong. I don't really know for sure.
That's okay.
For best writing, the guys from The Americans won. Directing was The Crown. Comedy series was that Marvelous Miss Maisel show that I've actually heard is really good. It won.
on Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, won Best Comedy, which is crazy because it beat out Atlanta and Barry and Curb Your Enthusiasm and Silicon Valley, and those are all like huge shows. For lead actress in a comedy, the woman from Marvelous Miss Maisel won. Rachel, I don't know how you say her last name. She was in House of Cards.
Yeah.
Wasn't her name Rachel in House of Cards
Yeah,
too?
it was actually.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Bill Hader won lead actor in a comedy series from he was in
For
Barry.
Barry, yeah.
Henry Winkler won supporting actor.
I
from
saw
Barry.
that and I was really excited.
I think
about
that was probably the biggest because he's never won an Emmy before and he's been on TV for how fucking long. So that was actually a very big deal.
Okay, so real quick, just because I got it up on here, the eligibility for this Emmys was June 1st, 2017 to May 31st, 2018. So it has to be season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because Barry just ended as well. Like,
When did Game of Thrones come on last year? It was after June?
it was in
Yeah, I guess it was like June or July.
the end of May, early
Seems
June.
like so long ago. Guess it wasn't.
Yeah. For supporting actress, Alex Borstein from Marvelous Miss Maisel. Looks like the show's cleaning up because they'd also won for best writing in a comedy series as well and directing for a comedy series. Limited series, Ryan Murphy won with the assassination of Gianni Versace.
Oh,
Ryan Murphy's whole thing is he does like a new show every fucking year, and like he never closes out his other shows. Like that's why American Horror Story is so bad now because like
Is it the same guy?
Yes.
Does that in the OJ
he did that.
thing?
He did Nip Tuck. He does everything. Like his name is on everything, but he always starts something else before he finishes other
Okay.
things. That's like his whole thing. Regina King won for a limited actress in a limited series. You know Regina King from
Yeah, from
That's awesome.
from Daddy Daycare.
And she'll be in Watchmen.
Yeah. Is she really?
yeah,
I
she's
forgot
the
about that.
main person.
That's cool. Darren Criss won for lead actor in a limited series, and that was for the assassination of Gianni Versace as well. I didn't even know that show was supposed to be good, but I guess it is.
I kind of forgot it came out. Does he have a third one planned yet?
what
Like in the same vein
I
of
don't
those
even- I don't-
anthology
I'm
like crime
sure
stories?
he does. I see, and now we're getting to the awards. I don't really know who these people are. Supporting actor in a limited series, Merritt Weber from Godless. I don't even know what Godless is.
It's I want to say it's a Netflix show.
Because Jeff Daniels also won for Godless for supporting actor.
It's how you feel if you don't believe in God.
Really?
You feel that you're God.
You feel you're Godless? Writing for a limited series, the Black Mirror Star Trek episode 1, USS Callister.
Dang,
I
never
know-
seen that.
I haven't either, but I
Although
know
it's always like the thumbnail for ads on the internet.
It is, yeah. And then Ryan Murphy won for directing for a limited series for the Gianni Versace. And then we get into the reality show stuff, but I don't think we really cared too much about that. John Oliver won for talk series. He wins like every year pretty much. So yeah, that's all the big stuff.
Why?
But shout out to Peter Dinklage and all those.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome.
Congrats, Peter.
I guess I wish I had known that the Emmys were happening, maybe I would have watched it, but I don't know.
I'll tell you what though, I've kept seeing stuff after like people watched it saying like everyone was questioning if the Emmys is even relevant, like if it even matters at this point, because I think it's like HBO like cleaned up like they always do. It's like the same shows will always get the same. Like I think was it the first time that Modern Family didn't get anything?
Oh yeah,
because Modern Family always wins the comedy stuff. And
so what, has it just gotten that bad, or is that show over?
I think it's just over. It's been on for so long. I don't know if it's gotten. I watched like a couple seasons of it, but I think it's just one of those. It's always been there.
There's this trend where when shows start, that'll win a lot of awards. Then it'll be dormant, and the last season will win everything. Because that's what happened with Mad Men, Breaking Bad. I mean, Breaking Bad pretty much won like every year.
That's what just happened with the Americans.
But yeah, right, exactly.
So I feel like a lot of people, it's just like one of those things where all award shows are like this anyway. So I guess I don't get why people are so shocked, but it's just predictable. Like you kind of just know who's
the
gonna
Oscars.
win.
I feel like
I like shows. Like I love like award shows. I think it's fun.
Me too. Like I think the Oscars are very like unpredictable because I'm always surprised by the winner every year. And there's this whole thing of like, what is it fake? Is it real? Is it orchestrated? Who the fuck knows? I'm always surprised with who wins, so it's entertaining for that.
At least they keep you coming back.
Yeah.
I think the Emmys just kind of piss me off with different things that like just get kind of snubbed by the Emmys. I'll bring up The Leftovers.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like some of it just makes no sense.
I think with The Leftovers, just not a ton of people watched it. I think that's the whole problem.
But doesn't that?
It shouldn't matter. You're right, 100%.
I mean, as I said, with the Oscars, they nominate all kinds of shit that not that
it's
many
the same
people
thing.
go
Like
and see.
Blade Runner should have gotten a Best Picture nom. Logan should have gotten a Best Picture nom. But
True that.
you
Both
know.
of those. But yeah, it was just weird. Like the other day, or like yesterday, I think it was. Like my roommates were talking to me about. They were just like, man, it's kind of weird. Like they just gave out like 2 Oscars, like to just a few people, like a day or 2 ago. Like I think they were like or not Oscars, Emmys. What am I saying? Emmys. But it was just like before the show even happened, and my dumbass didn't even know the Emmys were about to happen. So in my mind, I'm just thinking like, God, that's super weird. They just give out like off-season Emmys or something. And then when I opened up the doc this morning and saw that we had our Emmy winners, or when you said you were doing Emmys as your topic, I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense that they actually happen. All right, well, next year I'm gonna try to remember that it's Emmy season.
It's also just September's a weird month. Like it's not like a very busy month when it comes to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a weird, just random month to have a show like that.
It definitely is. Seems weird. All right, so last of our big lead stories. What do you have, Bailey, for movies? What's big in movies this week?
All right.
What are movies?
We got the double Marvel whammy.
Dang.
Because we got finally got the trailer for Captain Marvel and also a new poster, I believe. And then
I wanted to look up that poster because I watched the trailer. I didn't see the poster.
Yeah, the poster, it's a poster.
That's it?
Yeah,
just a poster?
That's how I feel about it.
It is a poster.
I like that she's in the
I like this poster
the
a
red
lot.
and blue.
Her suit looks so cool.
Yeah, the suit. I like that she's in that suit and not the green one.
And
because
you got the fighter jet in the background just shooting at God knows what.
The
And you got Nick Fury.
Wait,
Look
where's
at that
Nick
man.
Fury?
He's right there.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That shit's cool.
I
as
didn't
hell.
even see any of that. Okay,
Look at
I just saw a
these.
very tiny picture of this, so maybe that's why I wasn't blown away by it because I did not see any of that.
God, I love her left hand too. That's like glowing with the gold.
Damn. Okay. Well, never mind. I take everything. I
Well, no,
apparently didn't see anything
a-
about this poster.
What poster are you looking at?
This is fake. This is a fake poster.
Yeah, that's
This is-
fan-made.
this is-
Wow.
Okay, I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
see any of that.
This is the poster because I was about to say, what are you talking
Yeah, the
about?
caption on that picture says fan-made poster.
Okay. I thought I was going crazy because I was like,
Okay,
I did
yeah,
not
yeah.
see any
Wait,
of
what is
that.
this? She's just
That
standing
is
in a
just a
fucking
poster.
doorway.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
There's
about.
doesn't even say Captain Marvel on
Well,
it.
it's got her symbol, like the door. The door is like.
This
splitting
is
her
weird.
symbol.
Okay, the fan-made one's much better.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm really glad I'm not crazy then.
Fuck my
'cause
lights out,
I
man.
thought I was going crazy for a second because I did not. I was like, when the hell was Nick Fury in this picture?
Google, you failed me, man. You put fake shit.
You
at the
can't
front.
look for answers on Google. We've been through this.
What about
you know?
Wikipedia? Can anybody
Yes.
change that?
Wikipedia is always right. I don't give a fuck with what people say.
Well, okay, so we also got the trailer too, and I
Yeah,
don't.
Miss
Did
Googler.
did everybody see the trailer?
Yeah.
I sure did.
Okay.
Those scrolls and those Krees and those.
Yeah, they that and the like old lady being punched on the face. I still can't get over that because
People
whenever
make a big deal out
well,
of that.
whenever I first saw it, I had to like.
Can I go on record and say I still like the real poster?
Yeah, it's fine.
I like the logo.
I don't think it's bad.
It's fine. It's just it's a poster.
It's yeah, that's what I said. It's not like
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Nick Fury's still way
back there in the distance.
Walking. He might be climbing up in one of those planes.
Yeah, well,
dang, her fist isn't glowing. I hate this.
Wow, you're going back and forth real quick on
okay.
these posters. But yeah, so we got the trailer, and it's obviously this movie's like set in the 90s, and they make that very apparent in the first like 5 seconds of the trailer
with the Blockbuster.
Yeah, because she like lands on Blockbuster.
She's got a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt on at one point today.
Yeah, so they definitely like want to make that as evident as possible. Also, the fact that Nick Fury is like wrinkle free, has like
full hair.
He's got like more eyes and more hair and less wrinkles.
You know that man's getting it done.
So that and Agent Coulson, he looks younger too, and he has more hair. So I think that's cool that they're showing all that. But and also you see Nick Fury as like a desk agent. Like he's not.
He just shows up.
He's not in
suit.
his like black trench coat.
Hasn't lost
Nick
that
Fury
eye yet.
Like the more intimidating
Right?
Nick Fury.
He has his eye, right?
Yeah, he has both. He's got double vision. So
double vision Nick, man.
So you see all of that, and then they show Captain Marvel like in her helmet, like with her mohawk too, and everything from the comics, which I thought was really cool. That I just thought that like
she looks
awesome.
real cool.
And then also I guess we kind of find out more about the plot too, because we didn't really know much about it at first, but it's pretty much like she has memory loss and doesn't know
I lived
anything.
this life before.
Doesn't know anything about her past life. So
I used to be here.
I guess I don't know. I'm excited. How do y'all feel about this movie?
I thought it looked really, really good. This is a movie that, like,
I thought it looked
my
good.
excitement of it probably only stemmed from knowing that there's going to be some big part of this that ties hugely into the next Avengers.
Right.
But when I put that trailer on and just watched it, I was like, holy shit! Like, just this movie on its own looks really good to me.
Right.
Like, I can't wait to see what this is going to relate to the actual Avengers 4 and like how she's going to like play a big part in saving different characters and stuff like that. But like, this movie just looks like it's going to be like a lot of fun, and it looks like it's going to be really cool.
That, and I'll tell you what, the music for this
Oh
trailer,
God,
it was amazing.
That thing just like bumping the
kinda
entire
sounds-
time just sounds really.
It kind of sounds like a siren or something, like when something's going wrong, but they turned it into a song. And I was like, that's pretty freaking awesome. They also show the pager from
Infinity War?
spoilers for Infinity War.
At this point, I mean, come on.
I know, like see
Come
the
on,
damn
people.
movie. But spoilers if you haven't. They show like the after credit scene with the pager, and that's when Nick Fury pages Captain Marvel, and they show that in this trailer, like the pager.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was like, damn, I was really
I
excited
don't think
about
I
that.
noticed that.
I watched this trailer like 5 times.
Actually, now that you're saying that, I do know. Like, they zoomed in on a page.
Oh yeah, it was
probably
literally
zoning out. I was
like
probably thinking
you
about something
just
else.
see the pager, so they make it really obvious. But
Really cool.
I'm excited because I'm just kind of in love with Brie Larson.
She is. She's
Like,
oh, God.
she's such a great actress. I love that.
Her beauty aside.
No, I'm just saying like for acting chops.
I mean,
Oh,
she,
for sure.
y'all,
she's a
y'all, because y'all
great
never saw
actress.
Room, huh?
No, I haven't.
Y'all gotta watch that.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
It's like she won an Oscar for it.
Okay.
And Augie's in it from
Augie from Predator.
from Predator.
From
yeah.
Predator.
Isn't Room on Netflix?
There is a. There are multiple movies called Room.
It's
The
not
Room.
The Room
Okay.
is the Tommy
Yeah, but I think
Wiseau.
there's
Well, no,
another.
it's not
Is that on
that one.
Netflix?
No, it's
What's
not
that
one.
like weird like not horror but like stupid movie about like a bunch of people getting put into a
It's probably
room
called like
Oh no, that is it. I think.
and they all
yeah.
like they keep having to push a button or some
I
shit.
think
and then somebody
It's called
dies.
Room 2.
I think Circle. That's what it is.
Oh, never mind.
Because the room
There
shaped
is
like a
something called
circle.
Room.
Room is on.
Thanks, fam.
Room is on either Hulu or it's on something.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it so I understand Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well, that's like her
Is that not
origin
right?
story. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we've all been really hyped about this movie anyway. But also, speaking of Avengers, Russo brothers today dropped dropped a picture on their Instagram teasing the title for the next Avengers movie, Avengers 4. And I don't know if everybody looked at it, but
have
I
not
didn't.
seen this.
I didn't see it right
Definitely
away.
should click on the link
Yeah, click
in
on
the
it.
doc to Mary, not to you people out there that don't have our access to our doc.
But
Or
I
just
mean,
go to
yeah.
IGN or just Google.
Yeah, but look it up because I know like other people probably saw it quicker than I did, but I did not see it right away. I was like, oh, you mean that like X in the corner? I guess that it's gonna have something with an X. But
There's so many different things in this picture, and granted, a lot of this is probably dots being connected that don't exist, or it's just wild goose chases that they're leading us on. But it is really fun to just go on this IGN page and look at the pictures and wonder what could be, because the title is probably in here.
Well,
somebody got it right.
That's the thing. From what I've seen, everyone's either like it's Endgame or it's Avengers Assemble.
I'm convinced, without a shadow of a doubt, that this movie is called Avengers Endgame, and if it's not,
if it's not, I don't. I'm kidding. I was gonna say I don't even want to see it, but I'm gonna see it. But I want this to be the Endgame so mother freaking bad.
I don't really like Assemble.
Huh?
It sounds cartoony.
The problem with the Avengers
I agree.
Assemble is apparently in 2012 the first Avengers movie in like other countries was
in other
released
markets it was
as
called Avengers Assemble.
Oh, okay.
So technically it would make it kind of confusing if they released another movie called Avengers
I also
Assemble.
just love the tone of where the story's at. Just the way the movie ends, obviously. Again, spoilers, but fuck you if you didn't see it. Where, just like, it's on such a note of doom and gloom, and it's just like Endgame just keeps that going. And there is going to be hope in this movie, and a lot of the darkness from the first, or from Infinity War, is going to get undone. We know that. But I just feel like something like Assemble or like Avengers Forever, like
No.
any of these things
If it's
that just
Avengers Forever,
going
I'd
into the
boycott it.
movie, you've got that like that optimism already baked in. I just feel like that's going to take away from at least something that am really like thrilled about of where the story's at. So I think Endgame is just perfect. And also, if it's not Endgame, why the fuck would you put the bookshelf on the left and the slanted thing? It just doesn't make any sense.
I think it's Endgame, and they can't. I mean,
Why
freaking-
is Joe Russo sitting in the shape of a G?
Why is he? It's like,
not-
how is everything just perfectly positioned? It just doesn't make sense that they would do that. And he said, "Look, the Russo brothers literally said, look closely." So it's like they're trying to.
Yeah, they say look hard.
It's
look
there.
hard, people.
So, and I mean, Doctor Strange freaking says Endgame at the end of the movie. So come on.
He does. I feel like as much as we all want it to be called Endgame, to give this its due justice, we should talk about some of the other Easter eggs or whatever in this picture. There's a lot of people that say it will be called Avengers Assemble because the what is this thing called? Is this just it just says object? I don't know what this thing is, but this object that's over to the left appears in the Blu-ray for Avengers Infinity War, and that scene on the scene selection is called Assemble.
Dang, that's deep digging.
That is deep digging.
That is a stretch.
Again, as much as I want it to be called Endgame, if it's not called Assemble now, why the fuck would you do that?
They could just be screwing with us. Like,
Well, they probably are making it to where like
All of
there's
it's wrong. This
other-
movie's just called Avengers 4.
Some have spotted, according to this article, the word Mary written on the far left.
I did see
so
that too.
maybe
What is that
maybe
about?
that's what it is.
Avengers Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be it.
How?
I think that's our best.
That's my
our best-
lead now. It says another suggestion is Avengers Eternal, based on the ladder in the box on the far right. That links to a popular and debunked fan theory that the film would be titled Avengers Forever, which I think if y'all remember, there was an interview with one of the Russo brothers months back where somebody guessed Avengers Forever, and I think they said no, but that is the closest guess anyone's had so far. Which
mean,
Avengers for real.
They also said
Avengers
that
for real.
they said that it should scare fans.
That's
So,
what they said
Avengers
originally.
frightening.
Endgame scares me.
Avengers the spooks.
Eternal.
It's like Avengers
The fright.
I'll tell you what, Eternal is better than Forever. And I understand Forever is like very comic booky and it links, I think, to a whole story arc in the Avengers comics, and I get that.
I don't like it.
It's too happy.
It's too
yeah.
Like
Like Avengers Forever.
Avengers
Jinx.
Forever.
I'm sorry, I can't do that on here.
God, you have sickness.
I know.
But that is what it sounds like.
It
though.
does.
It's
Like, there should be an exclamation point at the end of Forever. Kind
that's
of
like
thing.
that's like Hannah Montana Forever.
I don't think
right?
they would ever.
Isn't that a thing?
Well, yeah,
Like,
I don't think they would do it not for that, but because of Batman Forever.
Oh,
You know,
true.
they're not going to do that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it just wouldn't make sense. Eternal sounds better, but I don't know. I'm sticking with Endgame.
Avengers:
'cause that's what I
Eternal
want.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Jeez,
God. I don't believe that it's not Endgame.
It has to be.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be something that we don't
You
even
think it's
see
just gonna be
coming.
like Avenger, or it's gonna be like 4?
Like something tight, but something that no one's even guessed. You know what I mean? Like that it's gonna be a surprise. I could be wrong though.
Fuck
but like,
them if
what
it's not
could it be?
Endgame.
That's
It doesn't make any sense. You don't put the easel like that.
Easel.
You don't do that.
You don't shape these things the way they are.
Oh man, I can't wait. When
Yeah,
do we
I know,
when do
I'm
we
so
get the
excited.
real name? When do we stop? When do y'all think they stop
I think
posting
since they
these
just
cryptic?
teased it, it's got to be coming soon.
You think it's soon?
I do. Because if they're already doing this, like they're gonna give people a couple weeks to like get worked up about it and do all their research, and then they're gonna drop it, and it's gonna be a freaking bomb, and it better be Endgame, or I'm ending
I'm
the
ending their
game.
My prediction:
Yeah.
first week of November.
Ooh, what's first week of November?
I don't know.
The title of the Avengers movie.
Because usually, I don't know. Wasn't there an Infinity War teaser like before the Last Jedi? Right.
Mm-hmm.
They always like to put trailers out before Christmas because Christmas people go see
That's
movies.
true. We got to get the name of this thing before we.
So
like,
wouldn't there be like
even close before we get the trailer?
so wouldn't there be a teaser and like
Yeah, because they got to start
around
posting
Christmas?
something. They got to start showing us pictures or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna start thinking this movie's
Unless
not
they
real.
want to keep it completely cryptic. And
Which, you know what? I'm cool with that.
I am too.
What if they just called it like movie until you get there, and it's like you walk in and
Or they show a tease and they're like, they just don't give us the title. They're like,
I would fucking just shit everywhere.
working title. They put up a piece of paper on the camera like.
When it goes that part, you just see his hand just kind of going. It's just like, nope,
Not done.
not done yet. All right. So those were the lead stories this week. Those are the biggest things, I think, in our minds anyway, that happened in video games, television, movies, and grocery stores. But if you feel differently, comment on our YouTube video and tell us that we're dumb and we missed something big. I don't know. Now we're going to get into the rest of the news this week, which we're going to spend a little bit less time in than we did in the past. And that's mainly because, you know what, you guys can look all this stuff up and actually read real articles on it and not hear a bunch of stupid people talk about things they don't understand, like why Jim Carrey was thought he was Dr. Eggman.
You heard his show's good apparently, his new show?
It is?
Oh yeah, I did hear it was
the
really
trailer
good.
for that looked really good.
Yeah, I think it looks really good, so I'm very excited for
Really,
that.
really good. All right, so we're going to call this working title for now. Rapid fire news.
Wait, should I like actually time you?
Well, you're going to time whoever reads each of these out, which is going to be whoever did the topic in that. This is getting too confusing, but I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Anyway, this is rapid fire news. There's got to be more going on out there, right? Who has time for all of it? We've got you covered in 25 seconds or less. We're going to read out the rest of the stories from each of these categories. We're going to do it fast. We're going to try to talk about as much as we can in that little bit of time, but you know what? Whatever we get to is fine. We're going to start off with movies because we just talked about movies, and Bailey is the movie guru this week. So, Bailey.
Who's timing this? Should I do
Well,
it?
there's
Harry's timing this.
only we don't have much.
There's only
so.
2.
Yeah, well, you can throw in your little comments and
Okay, well,
and-
then time
and
me.
gists of each
I think
one.
this is gonna be harder than y'all think.
Oh, I definitely think it's gonna be hard for me. Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
3.
Tell me when I'm ready.
I'm gonna count down.
Okay, cool.
3. Go on, go.
I'm
Not on
nervous,
one.
honestly.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You start.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix is a joke. Get it? Because he's the Joker now.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I threw a little joke in there, but we saw the first look of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, like all the pictures where he's like taking a nose off of another clown or something and then throwing it on the ground, I think, and smoking a cigarette, which
Boink.
looks really cool for some reason when he does it, and I think he's missing a tooth, but I don't know, he looks creepy, and I like
you're
it a lot.
obsessed with this one story.
I'm sorry. And then everyone thought someone who looks like nothing like Jim Carrey was the first look at Jim Carrey as Eggman, and it wasn't.
Done.
Time.
Damn.
That's it. That's all you get.
I'm glad there was only 2.
We've got 2 news stories.
All right. Good luck with these. 5
Oh,
rapid
shit.
fire TVs?
Well, one of these isn't.
Oh yeah, take that one. Yep.
Am I doing the ones I wrote?
No, it's TV, so that's
Oh,
Tyler with his
that makes
Emmy
so much
shit.
sense. Okay, I did not know where I was going. Ignore me.
All right, go.
All right, so apparently The Defenders is no more. I'm guessing is that the Netflix show, I'm guessing? I don't,
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
the beautiful
No, not the
team
actual
up.
Defenders.
Oh, it says it's probably no more.
Right.
There's a new live-action Avatar, The Last Airbender series coming to Netflix. That's actually very exciting.
That is super exciting.
because that show's fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, bring that on.
Disney plans to add a Loki and Scarlet Witch TV shows to their streaming service. Do we need that? I
knows?
don't
Who the
really
fuck
know. Daredevil season 3. There was a new poster. It's very spooky, very dark, and it's fucking great.
Time. Damn,
Nice.
nailed it, man. That's the
You
only.
were under. I had you at 27 seconds.
Wasn't it 25?
Shit, I was going with 30.
Making up your own rules.
I was going to say, that's
30,
his 28.
dang. I can't do anything right.
I didn't look at this Daredevil picture, so I want to talk about
looks
that
super
real quick.
cool.
I didn't either.
My God.
It looks so cool.
Wait. Let me see if I can get this all in one
Why
shot.
does Defenders know more while he's looking that up? Because I didn't even hear about
Because
that.
they came out saying something. Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter got interviewed pretty much asking if they were going to have a sequel. And she was like, no, we haven't been told anything, but I would if they asked.
Because it wasn't good.
Yeah. She was like, we have no plans to do another
They seem
season.
like they're better off just on their separate things for now. It seems like people are liking the new seasons that have been coming out. So
Yeah. Dude, look at this.
It looks amazing.
damn.
I'm so excited for this
You want to
season.
describe it to the people? You television monster.
It's a spooky cross with his cowl on top of it because Matt Murdock is a man of God.
That's true.
And
Goes
I guess
to church every Sunday.
But the poster says "Let there be darkness," and I'm assuming he's kind of lost faith. That seems to be what
if you've seen
what
the
they're playing
teaser,
on.
yeah, he pretty much like hints at that. Even though he's sitting in a confessional, but whatever.
Dang.
And also, when the Defenders ends, he's literally like a nun is taking care of him. So they're definitely playing on that theme.
Which she's
Is
going to
it
be in the
the
new
Nun?
season.
I wish I was caught
they
up.
confirmed that.
Oh yeah, you think it ties into The Nun?
No.
That beautiful IMAX
It's
movie
the-
release? All right, I'm going to read out what we got left for video games, if that is okay. Oh, with the clock. Is that
All
okay,
right,
clock?
I'm going to go. I got
25.
it this time.
All right,
25.
you ready?
Okay, go.
All right, PUBG is headed to PS4. About time, right? We've been waiting for that forever. I don't even know if we care anymore. PlayStation, Sony actually announced today that a PlayStation Classic is going to be released December 3rd for $99.99. There's a bunch of cool, exciting PS1 games that are going to be on there. Nintendo Online came out today. That's great. Don't get mad about that. There's new Red Dead information concerning the online mode coming out in November, about a month after. Call of Duty Black Ops Beta was apparently great. And
Oh, I
fuck
can't say
Destiny.
anymore.
That's
Nope.
okay.
Yeah, we don't need the Destiny. Like, no one plays Destiny anymore. At least no one that listens to this plays Destiny.
Yeah.
So can I comment on one of these?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so when I woke up this morning, the first thing I saw was that the PlayStation announced their PlayStation Classic. And I tell you what,
What do you think?
As someone that loves PlayStation and loves these classic systems, this is something I don't really need.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is weird, right?
You know
okay,
why?
So,
But this
tell me
is
then.
my reason why.
I was gonna
for
say
me personally,
because I know you've been very excited about all the old classic
Sure.
Nintendo consoles that come out. So what's different here?
Reason number one, I have a PS3 which plays PS1 games.
Okay.
If I want one of these that bad, I can literally just The PS3 doesn't play PS2 games, but it plays PS1 games.
Interesting. I don't think I knew that either.
Yeah. So if I wanted to play one of these that bad, I could literally just buy it on eBay if I wanted to. The selling point of this is you pay $100 and you can play games like Final Fantasy VII and they haven't even showed.
And they're in their original form. And
yeah, and
everything.
they haven't showed everything yet. And
Right.
another thing, reason number two, the PlayStation 1 controller fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have it doesn't have joysticks.
It doesn't?
No, the original.
Wait, yes,
No.
it does. It has
No,
to.
no,
Wait, it
no,
has
my friend.
to.
The original PS1 controller, no joysticks. That's why when I play Spyro on PS3, the joysticks don't work. You know how
Oh, you motherfucker!
you know how you
You're
moved,
right.
You know how you used to move the camera back in the day? The bumpers, the back too.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
That sounds miserable.
This thing has no analog sticks. This other thing that I thought it was must be a PS2 controller.
Right. It's different with the NES and the SNES because those came out in the 80s and those games are
Those
more,
games are designed for D-pads.
they're more arcade. Yeah, right.
It's kind of like how going back and playing like when we had Nintendo DSs, right, and all you had was a D-pad, and you just
Yeah.
made do. Like you played Mario 64 with a D-pad, but ideally,
Right.
no, you
the
wanted to.
games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. You
Will
can just
work.
use the D-pad because you're literally just moving Cloud among
Yeah,
It's not like
but there's a lot of PlayStation 1 games I feel like that benefit heavily.
Yeah,
from
and they put Tekken 3 on there, and I guess that would be better because now games with joysticks like that, like Tekken and all those fighting games, it is
a lot of
hard.
people. Yeah,
Like
they
it's
just-
better to just use the D-pad. So maybe the games are more built for that. So I guess I'm being a little too hard on it. But
Dude,
my
I
point
didn't know
is
that it didn't come with that. The thing didn't have a D-pad on it, and dude, fuck that.
and it's just
Not
the fact
fuck
that
it, but you know,
I mean, it must be. They also have only revealed like 5 of the games. I'm guessing it's gonna
it'll be exciting for like
Yeah.
the leading up to December 3rd.
It's crazy because it's not that
Beautiful
far
December
away.
3rd.
I feel like they normally announce these a little beforehand.
Yeah,
But yeah, and it's $100.
yeah. You think that's high?
It's got to be.
I think that's high.
It depends. I mean, they haven't revealed all the games. It just depends what's on it. It must be the 20 top games on PS1. I mean, they're flaunting Final Fantasy
There's-
7, but
Sony, there's still time to wow us, but it's not looking good.
People are gonna buy it. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the difference is too. Not everyone has their PS3 still hooked up like I do.
Well,
You
not
know?
everybody even had. I mean, the majority of people did, but like for me, I never had a PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2 was my first like Sony console,
Yeah.
so there's really no reason for me to go back and do it. Like you said, it seems to me like the actual good experience for somebody like me who's not looking for nostalgia necessarily.
Yeah.
If there's something on there I had to play, like just boot up a PS3 and play with an analog stick.
Or let it just get on your computer.
Or
somehow.
yeah, for me, I just emulate that shit
yeah.
legally. I'd pay for the
You'd pay
the
for it.
ROM. I'd find a way to pay
You're also paying for the fact that you have a tiny PS1. You know what I mean? You're
It
paying
is
for,
cool,
it's
but that's
cool.
the thing. I would put it
Yeah.
on my shelf and I'd just be like, "Hey, look at this.
Look at that, yeah. It's
Look
for
at that.
it's
Look
for
at this. Look at all my
collectors.
pop figures and my PS1." All right, so that was all of our rapid fire news. Getting towards the end of the show now, we're going to go into listener mail, which is emails, and guess what? We're very unpopular because nobody emailed us.
Well, we also just record on Sunday because now we're doing this new thing where we do it on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
so
so no,
it's
Nick
only been a
wasn't
few
ready.
days.
Nick wasn't ready, but you know what? Somebody else out there, you should be ready too. You should be sitting there at your computer and be like, you know what? I have email. I'm going to send them something really good.
I have email.
I'm going to send them something really good and funny, and they're going to talk about it on the show. We'll say whatever it is, probably, as long as it doesn't get us
Most
in any
likely.
trouble. Most likely. We're desperate, you can tell. So no listener mail this week, which I think means that Nick dies. I can't remember for
Well,
sure.
are we supposed to give him like
We
a
give him
get out of
grace.
jail free card?
Yeah, we
kind
do.
of thing?
We changed it up on you, buddy.
This
we
is
haven't
it,
checked.
though.
We haven't checked the iTunes reviews. Does anybody have their?
Yeah, I'll check.
Dude, I wish I was Spider-Man so bad. I could just like
You got it, Mayor?
Yeah.
trying to pull it up. While we're waiting, Tyler. What,
Just keep
what
doing
percentage
it.
are you in Spider-Man?
71,
Dang.
72, I think.
Dang.
You're right up there with me.
By
What
next,
about you, Bailey?
By next week's show, I will beat it.
58. I think.
What are you
Well,
at?
up there? I think I'm right. I'm at 72 or 73.
I think I've done more of the story than y'all though, or I'm like
Yeah.
at the same part in the
You
story
for
as
sure
y'all.
have. By next Wednesday, I will have beaten
no
it.
spoilers, but there was like a giant tank where I was just at.
Damn, haven't seen that.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Sorry
actually.
if that ruined it for you.
It did, I'm
Mary
done.
Jane just yelled at me.
Oh, you just okay.
Yeah.
I'm like a good bit past you then in the story.
Dang shit. When she yelled at me, I was like really upset because you know what? I was just trying to be
This is
Just trying to save
This is
her.
why we broke up, Peter.
Oh, my dumplings, Peter.
Dumplings.
She talks about her dumplings.
They
a
do
lot.
talk about dumplings.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
They
that
even
night
talk.
that
I think he gets a recipe, like in one of the backpacks. You get a recipe for the dumplings.
pretty cool,
like not
honestly.
kidding.
I don't think anybody else has reviewed us in like 2 months.
Wow, cool.
This is a
Man.
sad sack of shit that we do. I'm just
We gotta
kidding.
start lighting the shit on fire and throwing it
I'm
to
telling
them.
you,
So you see, people,
That's
that's what you
how we
pushed us to.
promote.
we're gonna throw shit at your door.
We're getting back in this bus. We're throwing the candy out. Tyler's gonna get his hand off his
PP.
My spin.
spinner.
Oh,
And we're gonna start throwing the
Fidget
lit
spinner.
shit.
I hate myself.
Hey, that works.
Oh God! This was episode 24 of the Weekly Show. Again, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, just by searching "Miss the Bus." Again, on Twitter, we are at Miss the Bus Pod. Facebook and Instagram, just Miss the Bus. Actually, Instagram is Miss the Bus Pod. I apologize to everybody for that terrible error. But yeah, this is our weekly show. It's out on Thursday now. Let us know if you like that. If somebody out there is like, fuck you, this was my Saturday mornings, which I don't think there is anybody out there that depends on us to get through Saturdays. But hey, if that's you, we'll figure out something. We'll give it to you late, maybe.
Or like just wait a couple
or
days
just wait.
to listen to it.
Just
you
wait.
know?
Nothing in this life comes easy. No, I mean, nothing's forced. And nothing comes easy.
Yeah.
But until next time, everybody, signing off for now.
Peace.
Goodbye.